Have you ever wondered how billionaires have like a whole team of people to be able to help take care of them? It's typically that's called a family office, and it's a team of 15 to 20 people that all they do is manage the billionaires' funds, investments, assets, taking care of their taxes, their asset protection, their estate planning, everything from start to finish. Now, for the first time ever with Royal Legal Solutions, you can have what's called the Royal Family Office, which is the same type of services that are available to billionaires, but for you, the average investor, at an appropriate level that's for you. And how this actually got created was something that I had to create for myself as I was getting my own financial freedom through real estate investing and the team and the services that I had to build. And now for the first time ever through the Royal Family Office, you can take advantage of all the things I had to build for myself and everything that I have from my team and share in that with you to have that same kind of peace of mind and 360 coverage with somebody watching your back, just like the billionaires do. So let me walk you through a couple of the key benefits that you get with the family office and why this is going to be worth that monthly membership amount to be able to help take care of you from start to finish and give you that ultimate peace of mind. All right, so the key benefits that you have with Family Office is the 360-degree coverage that you're gonna get. So what does this actually include? You get unlimited support, guys. This unlimited support is within 24 hours by phone or scheduled appointment. So what this means is that you end up getting a dedicated advisor as a family office member to be able to schedule time with and send emails to be able to get answers to any of the questions that you have. Now, the way this process works is that you contact your dedicated advisor, and it's probably a question that we've covered in the last 6 years over the thousands of investors that we've helped. But for any reason that we don't know the answer to that, or your dedicated advisor doesn't know the answer to that, they elevate it up to the attorney staff and ultimately to me, and then me all the way back down to you, so you have the exact right answers that are fully complete and accurate for any question that you have. Now, the best part about this, guys, is you don't pay anything extra for that process. It's all included in your flat fee to have the best access to professionals on an unlimited basis through this one benefit and feature alone. I think Family Office is actually worth it just for that. The other things that you get is all of your corporate and trust compliance that comes into place. So every single year, what you end up having to do is being able to have to do additional filings for any of the entities that come into place for you, right? It's including registered agent, franchise taxes, yearly state reporting, public information reports, whatever the case may be. What we do is we monitor all of that compliance for you and ensure that all of your entities are going to be up to date and effective every single year. So you don't end up letting something slip through the cracks that ultimately is going to give you a ton of liability because you just dropped the ball on it. We're the ones that hold the balls. We make sure the ones that nothing gets dropped because of that. Third thing that you get, which is a huge benefit with here, is you get a biannual review. So why is a biannual review so important? Well, frankly, it's because we don't trust you. We don't trust you to get it right. So what we're gonna do is twice a year, you're gonna sit down with one of our professionals and we're actually gonna go just like a doctor would. We're gonna go through everything in your life from start to finish. Everything about your family and your estate planning, everything about how you're operating your business and how you're holding your assets. This is your asset protection. And what are you doing to position yourself for your taxes to be able to have proactive tax strategies. Now, if you wait all the way to the end of the year, your biannual review isn't very helpful for you when it comes to taxes. Why? Because you've already made all of the mistakes that you've made throughout the year that are gonna cost you a ton of money on taxes. So by having these regular reviews, what we're gonna be able to do is advise you on a proactive status of what it is that you need to be doing to clean up any of the legal, to clean up any of the assets, clean up any of the way that you're operating your business to make sure that the family office is actually saving you money by making sure that you're paying the absolute minimum in taxes possible. Another key advantage that we have with the family office to highlight is your diagram. Now, I don't know how many times that you've worked with sides of legal structures and tax structures, but it's something that it takes a ton of focus in the very beginning to really wrap your mind around, and so you can really fully understand the full scope of the picture. The problem is that after you leave it aside for a month, when you go back to look at it again, you're gonna go, what the heck is all of this? All I have here is just a bunch of documents, and then you have to go through an entire learning process all over again. So what we do is we combine the biannual review with a diagram, which is a custom diagram of your exact structure. So that way when you go back to look at it and say, hey, what did we put together? How does this all work again? How do I show this to my CPA or my family or my friends to explain to them what it is? You have a custom diagram of your structure so you can see it in visual format. It only takes you about 30 seconds to look at that diagram to remember exactly how it is, how it works, and to be able to explain it to to anybody else that needs to be able to know about that, or just to remind yourself about how everything works. The other key piece that you get with the family office is you get 2 hours with the legal team. This is 2 billable hours with an attorney. We value this at over $750 for just this piece alone, because it's everything that you need to be able to make sure that your legal is top notch. So this can be reviewing contracts, reviewing your estate plan for any type of changes that need to be made to that, reviewing your operating agreements, consulting with you and your partners on any type of legal strategy that you're going to be using. You now will have the access either to the unlimited support over the course of 24 hours to be able to get back to you for any common questions that you have, or if you need specific advice from an attorney, specific legal research, specific document review, this is where you get to have those 2 billable hours with the attorney to be able to walk through and do any of that work for you without having to pay hundreds of dollars per hour out of pocket with that. Another key piece to the family office that you get is the education. Now, you guys have seen that we educate on a ton. I talk about every topic, I talk about it in depth, and I bring on great speakers all the time to be able to introduce to our community. And this is where the educational benefits of family office really kick in. Because if you're on the outside, guys, all you're gonna be able to do is watch those videos eventually when they come out, and hopefully you get what you need out of watching those videos if you're not a family office member. If you are a family office member, what you get is private access to any of the educational events that we're doing. This is kind of like being like a studio audience member, where you get to be part of the Q&A associated with any of the guests that we bring on. Now, it's my job to find the absolute best people in the United States to be able to bring onto our shows. And this is why I've had Grant Cardone on, Brandon Turner, Rod Cleef, a bunch of people that have come on our podcast already, so you can learn from the absolute best of the best and be able to have direct interaction with those high-level people that you might not otherwise be able to have access to if you're on the outside. So, the educational benefits here to the family office allow you to jumpstart your learning by working with us and other professionals to have the deep knowledge right from the very beginning without having to pay thousands of dollars for weekend seminars to come through it. And the crown jewel of the family office above anything else is something that no other law firm could or would do for you. And this is what we call the Royal Litigation Support. Guys, this is huge. This is something that if you ever are in a lawsuit, we stand behind what we do as a family office member and as somebody that we help structure the entity structures around, is that we give you 24/7 litigation support. So if you're ever in that position of ever in that lawsuit, you get filed a lawsuit against you and you're turning around and say, hey, I don't know where to go next or what to do. Don't worry about it. We have you covered, because my background with working with the district attorney at both the trial court and the appellate court, and suing insurance companies in the same fashion at both the trial court and the appellate courts, and my team of litigators know exactly what to do. What are the right strategies that we need to put in place for the asset protection structures that you have in place? And we also know how to help find the local counsel that's going to be able to help represent you physically in that court. So we kind of serve as your dream team that's there to be able to help guide you to make sure that everything is done correctly and that you have all of the best strategies being employed. And then, because we aren't everywhere in the country, we'll find somebody else that's local there to be able to help represent you in that lawsuit to actually do the physical court appearances. And so that you know that you have this 360 complete coverage of somebody that can help set it up, somebody that can help maintain it, somebody that can help support you with information along the way on an unlimited basis, a way to be able to have access to attorneys without having to pay for it. And if the worst case scenario ever happens, you know that the same people that have started it and ran it all the way along are going to be the ones there to help fight and defend it if the worst case scenario ever happens for you. And this is our family office membership at Royal Legal Solutions. Hey, thanks for watching this video. If you want more high quality content just like this, you can find it here on our YouTube channel or go into our website, royallegalsolutions.com. We have a ton of free content from our blogs, our videos, the podcasts that I've been featured on. Whatever question you have, we're gonna have it there for you.